sometimes have a hard time saying no to your wife? Well, if you do, you're not alone. And that's what this video is about. It's to talk about when and how you should say no to your wife, and the one time that you should other as often as possible. The reason for that is because no's do damage. And so you want to create a really strong foundation of lots and lots of yeses so that when you do need to say no, your relationship has enough goodwill to absorb that no. Now, you may actually have heard that it's all supposed to be about what she wants and making her happy, the whole happy wife, happy life kind of deal. Except that can create real problems. The reason being, you guys are a team, you're a partnership, and one person shouldn't be the one always making the decisions. Um, I had a client, Mark, who his wife, he and his wife were looking for a house. They were going to buy a house, which was great. He was all for buying the house, except that the house that she fell in love with was really going to be a stretch for them financially. And he really wasn't comfortable in in buying that house, but she had her heart set on it, and he didn't want to disappoint her. And so he actually talked about it with her and said, okay, we can buy this house, but we're not going to be able to then, buy new furniture, new drapes. I mean, all the stuff. She goes, we're not going to be able to afford to do that. And so she agreed. They bought the house, they moved in, and almost as soon as they moved in, she went out to the furniture stores to buy new furniture. She was doing all this stuff, and it really made their financial life really, really difficult for that time being. He felt he hated he came to hate his job. Resentful about the whole thing. And sometimes it isn't a monetary thing, although couples do fight about money all the time. Sometimes I had another client, she was pregnant. His wife was pregnant with baby number 5 and already starting to talk about baby number 6. And I saw this look of panic go across his face as she's talking about this, because the idea of having another child was not something he was really on board with, but he didn't know how to say no to her. And so the thing is that sometimes when something is not in alignment with how you view the world or what you want for your life, you do actually have to be able to say, no, I'm not on board with that. Or I'm not on board with that right now. Can we talk about it? Now I know I just heard you guys going, oh my God, have a conversation with my wife about about something she wants. Yes. Now, how you do it and when you do it are key. Now, and the one thing that I will tell people is you need to be in a place where you are calm, where you are not going to be interrupted, and where you've had time to think about what you want to say and how you want to say it. Um, it is really, really critical. Sorry about that. And that's where a lot of people get spun out, because your wife isn't going to want to hear no. Because quite honestly, none of us want to hear no. We all want what we want when we want it. The problem becomes if that is going to create internal problems for you, which will then create problems with her. Now, I don't recommend that you um, do this from a place of anger or animosity or fear, because that's going to create some challenges. But when you come at it from a place of, hey, this is what my concerns are, this is how I see it not working for me, and you have this conversation with her about it. Because what happens is if you get into this whole happy wife, happy life, just say yes dear kinds of things, you're going to be like my client Mark, who ended up feeling very resentful, and you do not want to feel resentful towards your wife or in your marriage. And I get it. Having these conversations is difficult. Okay. Now, um, I am going to share with you the one time that you do not want to tell her no. And that is if she is saying that there is something about the marriage that is problematic and she wants you alone or the two of you together to get help. Because what happens a lot of the times is we go into this denial phase of things aren't that bad. I don't want to do it. It's going to make me uncomfortable. And so I'm going to tell her no. That is the one time that you do not want to say no to her. Because if she's bringing this up, even if you don't agree with her position, you don't agree with her perception of what's happening, the fact is that perception is her truth. And if you tell her no at this point in time, it's just going to really create some challenges. So that is the one time that I will tell you, don't tell her no. Now you can talk to her about what that would look like and what you're comfortable with and what you want to do, but please don't tell her no about that. But just about anything else, if there's something that's being asked of you that is not in alignment with who you are, you have to honor that, just as she has to honor it for herself. This is not a male female thing. This is a relationship thing. Okay. It's honoring yourself, and honoring yourself. Love to know your thoughts about this, so please go ahead and put them down in the comments. um, but I also really want to know how to help you with this, because having these hard conversations, being able to take a stand that's in alignment with who you are in an open and inviting and loving way, is a skill that you can learn. So if you want to know more about it, please go ahead and put something down in the comments below, send me a direct message, or you can reach me by email at Lesli, Lesli, at foundationscoachingnc.com. So hopefully you found that helpful, and I look forward to talking to you soon.